This is kind of a disclaimer. I've been busy all day. It's been a very hectic day, very hectic week actually. And I just want to say that I'm going to try to have some fun with this review. In other reviews, I try to take things seriously and stuff, but man, I waited for this chapter to drop all day last day. It didn't come out. Was waiting after One Piece. So, it came out in the morning and Fridays are pretty busy. But now, thank God it's Friday. And I'm going to use this chapter as an outlet to chill. So I might say some snarky shit here and there. That being said, this was a very basic ass chapter, but I gave the One Piece chapter a pass. So let's not be dicks about it, okay? Let's just go with the flow. You see what I just did right there? I said some snarky shit. So you've been warned, all right? First thing I notice when I read this chapter is Sarada on the cover page has been over-sexualized. That's nothing new. That's actually the way that this new artist has decided to portray her. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't like it, all right? I don't like it. What the fuck is going on, Sarada? I mean, what is going on? Your mom is worried sick. You don't come home. You're wearing tiny skirts. Got the hooker heels. This girl is out of control. I don't want you dressing like a whore, okay? Like, Sarada can't be older than what? 25-ish, more or less. Anyway, Boruto actually disclosed that he got that seal, that mark, from Momoshiki to Sasuke. Then again, he actually saw the event happen because the Rinnegan withstood the time freeze. And I love Sasuke's pep talks. They're the best. He actually tells Boruto, I don't want to scare you or anything, but you're a freak. That's right, Sasuke. Tell Boruto he's abnormal. It's not like you got a curse mark from a pedophile snake when you were growing up or anything. By the way, I love these characters, alright? That's why I feel comfortable dicking around with them. They're kind of like my old friends. But anyway, they're chasing some robbers called the Mujina. And each member of Team 7 gets to handle one of them. Mitsuki uses the Gomu Gomu no Mi. So yeah, the Orochimaru extendable arm. He takes care of one. I like the teamwork. I also liked Sarada's combat ability. Like a one-on-one. Yeah, the close combat ability. She's really good. But the problem is her clothes. It's problematic because I can literally see how difficult it must be to move her legs. I mean, this thing is untight, all right? No joke. This is something that, a girl would wear to a club, not to a fucking ninja mission. I'm just being honest here, right? I don't care what people wear, but if you're going out for a ninja mission, chasing robbers, good luck with those high heels and that skirt, yo. Not only that, all right, but there are some shots. Go to page 14 on Manga Stream, all right? She's literally flashing her underwear to this robber. She really is. I don't know what happened to the old shinobi kunoichi dress code. Remember back in the day, Sakura used to wear shorts. Ino as well. Hinata was, actually really smart. She would, wear some sweatpants. And now it's like, wow, look at you. Sarada takes out one, Mitsuki takes out the other. And, they're all rogue ninja because you can see the headband slashed. And then this other guy shows up. And this is it was either a weird translation or just weird text in general. Because Sarada goes like this. And she says, I'm reading what she says. She says, "Oh, your boss is strong, is he? I'd love to meet him. I wonder if he's my type." What? You got to admit, it's a little bit weird for a kid to be saying those things, but whatever. So, Sarada, actually, this fight, this sequence, some of the beats in this chapter did remind me a lot of the beginning stages of Naruto during the Zabuza arc, where they do get ambushed in the beginning as they're walking on the road, and then Sakura needs to be protected. So Sarada, unfortunately, needed to be protected with Boruto, but Boruto actually says, this is kind of strange for you, you're usually on top of things. But yeah, I guess she just got cocky or whatever, and this ninja has like these knives, and then Boruto comes in, and he actually uses Rasengan to get rid of him, which was not the plan. The plan was actually to force this guy to be by himself, to track him, because that would lead the group to his boss. But that didn't happen because Boruto was like, fuck the rules, Rasengan! Speaking of Boruto not following the rules, we go to Mr. Seven's office and we find out that a guy from Boruto the movie, the guy that actually was selling Boruto the drugs on the down low, not the drugs, but the actual, like the pills that he would use for jutsus and stuff, turns out he was actually being manipulated. So I like the fact that they're expanding, they're using the Boruto movie as a springboard. The same thing that they did with Momoshiki. Now this guy, turns out that he was being controlled by an outside source. I mean, they weren't really pills or drugs, they were just like mini scrolls, but you get what I'm saying. Turns out somebody outside of Konoha is interested in that technology. But anyway, we find that Ibiki and Sai are working together, so that was kind of cool. Just seeing Ibiki again was pretty nice. And then Shikamaru, turns out he smokes now. like his old sensei. I wonder if he still has that lighter to use it to light his cigarettes up, because actually no, he doesn't, because he asked Mirai for a light. So I guess he still has that lighter on the grave there, on the tombstone. But anyway, it turns out the Boruto was successful. Naruto gets really excited, and then Shikamaru asks about Shojoji, who was actually the boss. So again, it seems very similar to the Zabuza arc, and then there's like a secret undercover like boss, like getting people to do his dirty work for him or whatever. And then we find out that this guy is actually a corpse clone, and Shikamaru actually states that this guy, Shojoji, has the ability to copy not only the bodies, but the voices of the people that he's killed. To be honest, that sounds like a ripoff. It sounds like a crappier version of the Edo Tensei. I guess my question is, once he makes those copies, and the body is the same and the voice is the same, are those clones capable of the exact same feats and abilities as the people that he actually killed? And it says, Shikamaru even says, it's not just that, he can even the people in his memory. So I guess as long as he's met you, he can copy you to a certain extent. But then that means, again, is he able to have the power, or at least mimic the amount of power that person had or has? I don't know. I'm kind of confused. Because if not, then that means that you can just replicate people's bodies and their voices, which is a pretty useful ability for infiltration missions and stuff, to deceive people. But in terms of combat, I mean, I guess it kind of grants you the element of surprise, but still. Anyway, there's a new feudal lord from the Land of Fire, which makes sense because the ones that were in power while Naruto was growing up were like super old. So yeah, the old one probably died off, and now we have this new one, and he's dressed up like a, kind of like a mafia boss type of a person. He has a kid, and this is where the chapter turns into like this trading card game commercial. Like, what are the people in charge of the manga thinking? Like, are they testing the waters to see if they can actually launch their own line of trading card games for Naruto? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably buy a packet or two. Not gonna lie. Anyway, we get introduced to Tento, who's like really rich because he's the son of the feudal lord. And yeah, he likes collecting these cards, and he gets like little Uzumaki Naruto, and I guess that finishes his collection. But he's kind of a snobby, rich type of person. He just thinks he could get anything with money. And then, well, he gets placed under Boruto's care for protection. But before that, we actually get a shot of Boruto actually participating in this scam of buying these cards, right? I'm saying scam, even though I would buy them. But the only people who would stand the urge of buying these things are Sarada and Mitsuki. Boruto gets a card of Pops, which he doesn't want. He's like, screw this, I already have like 5 of these. And he's asked, well, which one do you want? And he doesn't say. He says it's really rare, but he doesn't say what he's looking for. So my guesses are 2. Either he's looking for a card of Sasuke, all right? That's his teacher. Or he's such a narcissistic little fuck that he's actually looking for a card of himself. Imagine if he was secretly searching for a card of Sakura, and then it turned out that, he secretly has a crush on Sarada's mom. Awkward! That would be. I mean, it would make some drama, but like that'd be just funny. Yeah, I always had a crush on your mom, Sarada. She's so hot. Look at that. Anyway, Boruto and Tento meet. At first, Boruto doesn't like him, but Konohamaru just tells him, you're in charge of his security. Which brings me back to the whole Zabuza arc again, because that's what Team 7 was in charge of initially when they set out with Kakashi. It was security. And then even Boruto says, like, wait a minute, why me? Why couldn't you just ask Mitsuki or Sarada? And it's because of the connection with Naruto. Pretty sure that, Tento read the card of Naruto the 7th, and it said something like, currently Naruto resides in Konoha. He lives in his house with, his wife and 2 children, one of which is a male called Boruto. And he's like, oh, cool. Maybe I can meet him, Dad, since you're going to go see the Hokage anyway. So, yeah, the fact that both Boruto and Tento are the kids of these 2 very important political figures would bring them together. And I don't know about his dad, though. He's kind of sketchy. I don't trust him that much. But Tento seems kind of snobby, but I don't think he's a bad person. But we'll see, because this was obviously like set up for some type of like a conspiracy sort of like revelation later down the road. So we'll see what happens. I think it would be pretty cool if they actually use the cards as weapons. Later down the road, they just embed chakra onto them and then just throw them like Gambit or, like Shuriken. Kind of like what Killer Bee did with the pencil when he was fighting Kizame. Or they can use them like Conan did, how she could control the paper and stuff. Make wings out of it and shit. It'd be kind of cool. It'd be like, instead of like walking around with shurikens and kuna, I'd be like, everybody, take out your starter packs. Oh shit! I've run out of cards. This is literally my last remaining card. I'm gonna have to use it to defeat this enemy once and for all. It's the Gay, Madara, and Hashirama moment. Special edition. I love you. Here goes. I realize the screaming pain. Anyway, I thought that the chapter was a pretty fun read. Let me know what you thought about it down below. Like the video if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.